FloTrack here with Coach Sean, CBU. CBU has looked really strong in the latter half of the season, I think, benefiting from the return of Valentin Soca. Talk to me about the team and kind of your expectations for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're pumped going into it. I mean, having veterans like Valentin come back is pretty huge, and I think a big thing that's different this year versus years past is the level of depth that we have. I think last year, after our 5, we had good runners, but it fell off quite a bit. And so at Nationals, if our 5th was off, it was all of a sudden you're adding 50 to 70 points onto the score. This year, I mean, 5, 6, 7, 8, even 9, are really close together. And so even picking like the 7 that are going to race, whereas last year we didn't have that problem. So I think the depth is going to carry us because it's like muddy course. Tomorrow will probably be beautiful weather, but if it's muddy course, anything can happen. And I think the teams that have more depth, they're probably going to thrive. So we feel good going into it. Anything could happen. I think we could be anywhere from 10th to 20th, and we're just going to put our best foot forward.
It's you're in an interesting situation as a coach. Obviously, at Valentin, you contend for the individual win, but you also have to worry about the team score, right, a little bit too. So how do you kind of strike that balance between telling him to go after it, but also making sure he's guaranteeing those low points?
I think with him, some of it depends on how he feels on the day, because he's the 1302 guy. So on the right day, like if he's feeling good, like he was feeling a little bit sick at regionals, and probably every team has people dealing with stuff. So he's a little off there, and then you look at that and say, oh, he's probably not going to be in the mix. But he's a 1302 guy, and he's a fighter. Like he could easily be in the mix. But the way that he races well, and he did this last year. Last year, I think he started off in like 70th or 80th, and then he worked up to 33rd. And so he actually does better when he works up. Same thing on the track. Like he usually does better when he's working up and passing people, and that'll benefit the team too. Because if he starts off, in kind of a reasonable place, but not like, plopped in second, he's probably going to be. That's going to be better for him and the team, because then if it's not fully there, then he can kind of stay steady and hold true. And he's a strong runner, so he'll be able to do that. And then the team won't be. I don't think the team will be too far behind that pack. So so I think it'll benefit him and the team, like the same race plan.
Outside of him, the team's here, so it went through awkward. But I'm going to ask you about some notable individuals that we should be paying attention to. Who are the guys that could really make a difference? Yeah, I mean, it's like I was saying at the start. I mean, it's really deep, and so our 7th has been our 4th or 3rd, and our 2nd has been our 5th and 6th, and so I mean, anyone could kind of mix it up. If we look at the guys who at regionals really popped off, I mean, Ernesto's been super steady all season, and he's really transformed himself from like a 1430 junior college guy to what he is now, making track regionals and being all region and cross. He's someone who I think could be anywhere from in that. I mean, some of the top 100, anywhere from like 40th to 100th wouldn't surprise me. Brett is another one who, like, he's a phenomenal runner. His season has been a little unconventional, with just like the timing of getting here and some of the last minuteness of it. But he's someone who was right behind Ernesto, and he's a cross runner. Like the muddier the better. Like he's gonna thrive out there. And so I mean he's a dark horse. Like he really could pop off and surprise some people, and he could be there right with Ernesto. Pedro's 1340, 2820 guy. He's going to be anywhere in that mix. And then we have, I mean, obviously Finn and Gabriel and Victor. Gabriel's been our number 1 or 2 runner at conference, at GRIAC, at these different races. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him in there. But our all region guys that are just coming off that last week, I would expect them to be in there and up in the mix, yeah. Sweet. Well, best of luck tomorrow, Coach, and we hope it's a fun race tomorrow. I know the conditions are a little bit wet, but
yeah,
be a little drier tomorrow. So again, best of luck tomorrow.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks.